It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a showdown in the NFC North. It's the Lions and the Bears, coming up next.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. This is Tony Pollard. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Let's go!
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. Now a play fake here on first down. And right away, he lost the football.
That's what I'm talking about.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Mitchell. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery fighting him off. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. first down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On first down, Montgomery. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd and 9, Fields. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, Bears. Patrick Ricard. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears are on the board here first in the season opener. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Well, that's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Mitchell. Man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Back to the running game with Swift. Swift's got the first down and then some. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. 53 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Mitchell. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Mitchell. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Rosas' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Bears. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Mitchell. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Mitchell. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Mitchell. Open man is Uzomah. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Mitchell looking to throw on 2nd down. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. From the gun, Mitchell. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Montez Sweat in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. Following the penalty, Montgomery, powerful running. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch. From the gun, here's Fields. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Montgomery back to the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Fields. Being chased out left. Finding some room at midfield. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Let's go.
certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields, a quick slant to Hill. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Fields now to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Lions on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun. Mitchell. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. You can't do that, man.
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Working with 2nd and 5 now. On the handoff, this is Swift. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 1st down, it's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Off play action, Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up a third down. Now it's Fields. Caught by Montgomery. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw, Fields. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Chris Godwin from 6 yards away. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now Pollard. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Okay, baby, let's go. He's ridiculous.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Back to throw. Mitchell. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Looking to throw. Mitchell. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Good move at the 30. Wiggles free. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Bears take over. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
All day, dog.
From the 41, Fields looking downfield for Godwin. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now Pollard. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Patriots leading that one in the second quarter. Sterling Shepard, a touchdown reception. Next, we'll stay in the NFC South as we head back here to Florida. Check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. 2 touchdown passes there for Jimmy Garoppolo.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Chicago.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 1st down, it's Montgomery. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Here's Fields. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Let's go.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Santos with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Here's Mitchell on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here we go. 55 is mine, guys. 55. Coming back.
Now a first down throw, Fields. This is complete to Hawkins. That catch good for only a couple.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here we go. Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left.
Throwing again on second down. Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. To throw is Fields. That's caught by Montgomery. And some room to maneuver. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Fields. Now he's forced out right. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Fields. And Hill with it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Back to throw. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there. Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. Michael Brockers in on the stop. Draw play. Fields gives to Montgomery. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Fields. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill. Complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyreek Hill, 38 yards. And the Bears add on.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Powering forward. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, we saw David Montgomery lead the nation a few years back in broken tackles when he was at Iowa State, and he's proven to be difficult to bring down in the NFL as well.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Now Pollard. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. To throw is Mitchell. To throw on 2nd down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
Let's go.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Mitchell on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
That's how we do it.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
3 yards remain for second down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Montgomery, he'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
On second down, Montgomery. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
The Bears on third down. They've been flat getting it done, 8 for 9 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They run, Montgomery, and he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 142 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Santos' kick is up and through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now Pollard. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And Detroit back in possession of the football.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the